You can see the rendering of the kitchen now with the lighting in it. If I rendered this image or this view without the lights in the project, then the only source of light would be the light that comes through the windows. And that would make for a really dark rendering. But I wanted to put some lighting in the ceiling. And so this is the final result of what this tutorial will be about. But if I go to the first floor plan, you can see that I put some reference planes in. And my first plane went in right here, which was the midpoint of the island. My second plane went in right here, which was the midpoint of the island in the other direction. I put a reference plane in between these two counters, and I put a reference plane in between these two counters, and then I put reference planes at the end of the counter. And so that represented the intersection of where I wanted my lights to be in the ceiling relative to the intersection of the reference planes. I also put one in between the island and the refrigerators. So if we go to the first floor ceiling plan, you can see that I can now, because I'm working in the ceiling plan, the light fixtures are hosted by a ceiling, so they need to have a ceiling in order to be placed. But let's take a look at what the property of that is. I went to the Revit library. I picked the downlight recessed can, 8-inch incandescent, 120 volt, and I loaded that into my project. So then I placed each of these light fixtures relative to those intersections that I defined for my kitchen, and of course you would define likely differently for yours. But I've made some intersections where I knew that I wanted the light fixtures to be. And so if we zoom out, we can see the net result of what happened there. And I rendered that using the Autodesk render service that they offer to you as students for free. And you can see that they actually have illumination properties, and they're casting light down onto the kitchen. Now I'm still looking at it. I can see this cabinet somehow got extended a little farther. This one needs to be pushed back. I need a backsplash in here, and I need lighting underneath the cabinets. But this is a good tutorial to begin on our lighting tutorial.